Well, hello, my friends. This is our last live broadcast for today. And I got to tell you something. It's been a long time since I've made a statement like this. But LinkedIn has made a change. They've added a new feature called celebrations. And this has got to be probably one of the best things they did since they added their whole live chat feature. I mean, this is huge. Okay. All right, Sheila. So I need the email address that you use to log into your account, and I need the name of the person. All right. And you need to have that information saved. Debbie McKinney's already beat you. I got a message from Debbie. I got her email address. I got the names of 2 prospects she wants me to talk to. Debbie knows how this works. As soon as we start, your email address, the names of the people you want me to talk to or you want me to look at. So let me scroll down and take a look. At who else is here. Now, I'm going to come over here and I want to show you what's waiting for you. All right. So every day you pop over to LinkedIn and you've got celebrations. You can see people who just changed their jobs. Birthdays. This is huge. Now, LinkedIn has got it set up where you can just go over here, send a message. But we want to make this special. Let me get this out of the way. So what we're going to do is instead of just sending them happy birthday, this is an opportunity to start a conversation with a prospect. You don't want to use LinkedIn's gifts. You see what's coming up here? LinkedIn's gifts half the time are down. Instead, what you're going to do is you're going to go on the net and you're going to get your own. Along with a note. and you're going to use one of our scripts. And then you'd ask a question. Now, you always have a history. The beautiful thing is you don't have to have a good memory, because I can scroll up here and I can see where he sent me something for Christmas. So he wanted to make sure that one of my staff members got it. I love using LinkedIn to run several different business projects. Not a big name in LinkedIn marketing yet, but I'm making money and I'm having loads of fun. Told my wife earlier today, I'm as high on life now as I was 40 years ago, thanks to Max. It's a great guy. And so you can see, working with Martin has been a lot of fun. And whenever he needed anything, every one of you is heading down the same road. And so what you can do this is special. Come back over here. So the way this works is most of these people you don't know. So you click on the message first. Wow. I got to tell you, I'm looking at these for the first time. Well, this goes back to 2019. And that was back in 2019. So I'm not going to use their message. Instead, that's not the one I want to send. You want to send a happy birthday wish that moves. So first, we're going to send that. You always send the image first. Now, one other thing. If you look at the person's profile, Go to contact information. So we've been connected since 2019. Now we could have picked that up as well. Whoops. From the message here. What you always want to do is you always want to send a message with a question. When you ask a question, you're obligating the person on the other end to respond. But you don't have to do this with everybody that's having that everyone's having a birthday. So you look at the message. And this was from last year. Now, I love this because if you're not talking to 10 people about your business every day, you could be. It doesn't matter what you're selling. It really doesn't matter what you're selling. And we'll give you some examples. So here's somebody that we're connected with. And you have to ask yourself, is this somebody that you want to wish happy birthday to? You can't necessarily do it with everybody. But it's also going to be a good way to reconnect with people. And it's going to remind you, for example, Alan has been my insurance agent for 30 years. It's an easy way to stay in touch with people. All right. Now, let me bear with me for just 1 second because I want to bring something up here. So my screen may go. Let me get down to what I was looking for. Okay. Folks, in network marketing, it's not what works, it's what duplicates. And there's nothing faster than my 4-step formula that's working for everybody. And it doesn't matter what you're selling. Dan Ladd was building a Melaleuca business, and he was recruited by Jason Fisher, who's one of the top people in the company. And Jason died. Now, when you don't have a direct sponsor, and having someone to work with to put you through the process is key. You want to be successful in network marketing, you have to be working with a company where you're passionate about the products, passionate to the point where you'd recommend it to people, even if you weren't getting paid. Second, you need to be working with somebody that's successful, somebody that clearly knows the ropes on social media. And finally, you need to be working with a company that has good internet tools. So when Jason died, Dan, who had 9 months earlier, before he got into network marketing, plopped down $150,000 to buy a franchise for Softwash Pros. They use drones to clean. And so he jumped into network marketing and then went to a boot camp. Then he wanted to go really fast. So we started working together in my coaching program. And he was on, and it was working for him. And then when Jason died, he changed hats and he says, you know, I'm going to use what Max taught me for my cleaning business. I mean, I know the kind of accounts that I'm looking for. This is what happened. Hey, Dan, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Look, I've heard from a lot of students in the last 2 or 3 days. Last time we spoke, you know, you would use the training that you got from me to expand your franchise business. And I think you said that, you know, now they kind of brought you in, made you a partner.
Yeah, they have actually, Max. Through using your system, one of the things that happened for me is that I learned how to contact people on LinkedIn. And some of those contacts became so powerful that I was able to close a major account with Verizon Wireless that we signed a contract for $20 million. That is to clean cell phone towers. But since then, we've also made contacts with people that manage the municipal water towers and water treatment facilities. And in doing so, I mean, it has blown up my business. And it's like I said before, you know, I never would have known how to contact people on LinkedIn. I never would have known to even use LinkedIn for that sort of thing if it hadn't been that I came across you through somebody when I was in networking, when I was in network marketing. And I know a lot of people use it for network marketing, but it can be for anything. Just learning how to contact people is the biggest thing. It has been so powerful. It's just unbelievable that last year I was struggling financially. And then by the end of the year and this year, I will make over $2 million. It's unbelievable. I mean, it's like unbelievable. It's actually one of those things that was like, it's like one of those things I wasn't sure I believed it until it happened.
Now, you're all heading down the same road. You all have the same access, equal access to people. There's nothing, absolutely nothing to stop you from finding the right people, getting the right customers, talking to people on a daily basis that'll take you to the top of your company. Nothing. I'm going to share Gennadi's story a bit. He came to the United States to learn how to use Facebook to build a network marketing business. He invested over $40,000 in all kinds of programs before he participated in one of my boot camps. During the boot camp, he called me up. He says, Max, I need this. Okay. let me share the screen. So he came to Florida. We spent 3 days together, and I helped him set up a boot camp in Poland. And he sent me this. After taking part of the first Polish boot camp, incredible results. Been in this industry for more than 20 years, but I've never seen such numbers. The last 2 weeks, I've enrolled 57 people in my business. All of them are directly frontline to him. He says, I plan to do it in 6 months. And then his team started to duplicate. 2 weeks later, 4 of my frontline partners joined boot camp. And you know what? 2 of them just beat their life records. He sponsored more than 20 people in their team in 1 week. Gennady would become the fastest growing distributor in his company. And he reached the top level in Zija in 73 days. How did they do it? They talked to people. They were doing live broadcasts on Facebook. They had 5,200 views in an hour. Over 300 people were interested in knowing more about the business. And in 180 days, they reached a double diamond level and brought 22 people from Poland with them at that event. All right, so let's pop over here. Let's go back. And so by now, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to log out of my account. And then I'm going to log into Sheila's account, and this is exactly how you do it. Wrong email. And you're not doing it on LinkedIn, you're doing it on Facebook. So Sheila, I need your email, I need your password. Type it in the chat. Catherine wants to know, after someone starts a new job, how long should I wait to follow up? Catherine, if somebody started a new job and you've been talking to them for a while, send them a congratulations note. Hey, congratulations. And how long should you follow up? Remember, if you're connected with these people, they're going to see your posts. Now, you might, in 30 days, you might come back and ask them, how's the job going? So you're talking to Connie Johnson. This was 2018. Now, this is not the way you do it. If you're going to send a message to somebody, you always want to end with a question. Now, think about it. The last time you communicated with this woman was in 2018. So how about starting out by saying, hey, I hope you've been well. Hope you've been well. We haven't talked in a while. And ask a question. All right, so she's reaching out to you. What are you up to these days? So you see what she did? So look at who you're talking to. Who is she? C&J Associates. So Sheila, how do you know this person?
Max,
Yes. How do you know this person?
I know her for years when we were in the real, are you in my LinkedIn account now?
Yeah.
Because you were in my Facebook account before. Yes, I know her for years and years and years. We used to work together in real estate. So you can
Okay.
see, I did have a conversation with her here, and I did end with a question. Because she's basically retired, but she reached out to me. You can see that I said, "Are you in?" Well, you can read it. I don't have to go over.
Well, okay. So well, I see as far as the conversation is concerned, she's reaching out to you.
I think well, it doesn't matter, whatever, yeah,
No, I apologize. You reached out to her. Okay.
correct.
What are you up to these days? I'm retired.
Blah, 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 okay.
Okay, now,
Her answer to me was, yes, I am. I didn't know where to go from here.
well, first of all, what you're doing here is you're selling.
Okay,
Okay,
Okay.
so I'm retired from real estate, but enjoying building my internet online business in a little over an hour a day. Are you intrigued? So right out of the gate, you're coming across like a salesperson. A better way to do this, a more effective way to do this, would be
that's why I need you.
I understand. So now she says, well, see, if you ask somebody how they're doing, they're going to come back. They're going to ask you how you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So what would have been better would have been to say, I'm retired from real estate as well, thanks to my growing internet business.
Okay,
And then you ask her a question going back to her, not are you interested? Now, another thing here, and this is what we're talking about. We're talking about using the responses that you get from people.
mm-hmm.
So she told you she got remarried. So how
Mhm.
about, hey, congratulations on getting remarried?
You're right. You're
Okay,
right. Mhm.
congratulations on getting remarried. And it depends on how well you know her. I mean, you could say, men are like buses. There's another one along every 10 years
Oh, that's funny. Okay,
or whatever. And
Yeah.
then you answer her question. But you're coming across as a salesperson.
okay,
Okay, you can wait for people to come back and ask you. The dynamics of the conversation are totally different. All right, so she says she is. Now, do you know if she's ever had any experience with network marketing?
I don't know that, no,
Well, that's going to be the next question.
right.
Okay, so I'd be delighted to tell you all about it. What experience have you had with the network marketing business model? That's all you have. So here, what we want to do here, this was Monday. So we'll put a little humor into this.
Okay,
We'll come up here. We'll send this.
okay.
I'm not sure how it happened. You. Went someone else. LOL. I started my message. And
Oh, perfect. Mm-hmm.
getting married now.
Gotcha.
What? Well, I said what?
16, okay.
And you always put a little separation here.
Gotcha.
And then you send it.
Gotcha.
And that's the way it works. You don't want to come across as a salesperson. You want to come across as somebody that frankly has their act together, and you don't need you don't need to chase people.
Gotcha.
So let's come back. And who was the other one?
In Facebook, this is his name is, let me find it. His name is Anthony Capone.
Okay. So moving forward, if you want me to look in Facebook, give me the name and tell me it's Facebook. If you want me to look on LinkedIn,
Okay, I thought I just told you. Do you hear me now? Are we talking to each other?
yeah, we're talking to each other, but I'm
Okay.
going by the initial message you sent me.
Okay, Anthony Capone.
Okay, so type in Anthony.
Oh, do you want me to come in here? Okay, I'll come in here to you. And
Okay, so Anthony's right here.
okay, let me get back here to, and then okay, I'm gonna get back to you. I lost you. Oh, for goodness
Okay.
sake. I just
So,
lost you here. Oh, shoot, come on.
so what do you sell? Now, anytime somebody asks you, what are you selling? What that kind of tells me that you're coming across as a salesperson. So how do you know?
Okay.
How do you know Anthony Capone?
I know him for years. He was a service person at the car wash, and he's done a lot of things. And we kind of, I mean, I know his history. I watch him on Facebook, and now he's struggling. And I thought, well, this could really work. This could work for him. But he says he doesn't know. Let's see. The last thing that he said.
Well, I'm looking in your account, so you can just look at my screen.
Yeah, I am. Okay, gotcha.
Okay, so this was last October.
I have an automatic thing that sends out notes to everybody. I think I'm going to cancel that, but
It's a-
CRM program.
Yeah, let me just tell you about these automated things. You can lose your account on Facebook and LinkedIn by using these automated things.
Okay,
They are completely against automation. And if they, you're sending out messages to people, if you're sending out the same message, like I said, if they catch it, they will shut you
well,
down.
yeah, they shut you down for a while. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So this was last October. So you wish them a happy birthday.
Uh-huh.
Now, what's your favorite birthday cake? And he responded back.
Uh-huh.
It would have been a better question to ask him, so, what's new? What's going on in your life?
Okay.
Now, again, if you're going to send a message, end with a question. Okay. So he comes, I had a problem with my heart. I had to go in and have the catheterization of my heart. And I had a stent
Right.
called the Widowmaker. And then had an argument away. But I'm okay now. So are you able to work? I build electric cars. Now,
I went into the sales mode again. See?
again, would you be interested in an online part-time business? Not right now, but thanks. When you're interested, let me know. You work full-time? Yeah. And now he comes back. So what are you selling?
Exactly.
When somebody asks you what you do, you're going to say the same thing every time. I was a realtor for over 15 years, was able to retire thanks to my internet business. And then you ask a question.
Right.
Now, that's great. I wish I could. Now, well, I've never done that before.
Okay. That's
So,
Mhm.
well, okay, right. I wish I could. So why do you think you can't?
I thought that was a good question.
Well, it is a good question, and you certainly got an answer. Never done that before. And
Mhm.
basically what you can do here is just come back and say, anybody can do this. See, for many people, the notion, and what you would say here is anybody can do this. What do you know about the network marketing business model? Because I guarantee he knows all about the network marketing business model.
Okay.
When people, when you say internet business or when you say network marketing, people don't equate that with MLM, network marketing. They don't equate it with their network marketing experience. They're thinking internet business. I don't know anything like that. So you got to bring it back to earth by making it relevant. When I talk about this, I'm talking about companies like Amway, Mary Kay, Avon. And so let me come up. Okay, now let me pop back over here. Now,
Can I ask you a question? Where do we find the birthdays the special that you were showing about birthdays and anniversaries?
it's in the scripts book.
Okay, okay. No, but in LinkedIn, there was a special.
It's in the scripts book.
Okay, I'll look. All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
Go over here.
Okay.
The happy holiday script,
That's not what I
the
meant.
happy birthday script.
No, that's
Right.
not what I meant. I meant in LinkedIn, you pulled up where it's called, you said it was a new feature, and I didn't know where to look for it on LinkedIn so that I can pull up the birthdays and anniversaries.
Okay,
That's what I was asking. I'm sorry. I didn't make myself clear.
so you go over here to your network,
Gotcha.
because everybody has it now.
Mm-hmm.
Go down, celebrations,
Gotcha. Okay, that's what I needed to know.
see all. Then you go over here to birthdays. And again, James is loaded up with people. Now, sometimes, and you can see he's already done it. He's already wished a couple of people a happy birthday.
Gotcha.
And sending someone a delayed birthday message is sometimes better. So he's not sending this to everybody. He's sending it to the people that fit his parameters. Okay, let's see.
Network.
So let's go over here and look at Dan. Now, the wonderful thing about this whole process is that you don't have to worry about keeping notes. Okay, everybody easy to connect with, and everything is recorded. So let's come up here and look for Dan, and here he is right here. So what do we know about Dan? Looking for my next opportunity, founder, leadership team. Community builder. So what did he do? Or what does he do? Senior manager, did this for a year. You always want to look at the entire resume. So he worked for Enterprise as a branch manager for 3 years, left there, and got into sales. Left here after 3 years and became a laborer for 5 months. And then he became director of operations for this other company for 12 years. It's a big jump. 12 years. So an easy question to ask would be, so why'd you leave? But look at his job, director of operations here. Then he goes to another company, he's director of operations for another company for 7 years. And then after 7 years as director of operations, he goes to work for this company as an account executive, sales. And then he moved up to another company where he was, again, director of sales and marketing for another company. Business development manager. And then senior manager, sales, business development. And now he's got this thing going. He's got his own company. So what's that all about? Now we look at his profile, And remember, and here, so he's got his own company, he's got his own business, but he says, I'm looking for work. I'm open for work. There is no place on the planet where you could know so much about a person before you even start. So you've been talking to him for a long time. How long have you been on LinkedIn? And he didn't respond to that. Now, I wouldn't have asked what kind of positions are you applying for? So okay. So let's step back for just a minute. He's open to work. The question is why? Why are you open to work? You got a business here. You got this business here. Now the question really would have been, if you look here, if somebody has the open to work frame around their picture, then the first question you would ask is, why did you leave your job? Because he just looked, why did you leave? Why did you stop working for this company? Anybody that has the open to work frame around their picture, if they're still working, because this is his own business, he's been doing this for a while. If he was still working, the question would be, why are you looking to leave this company? But according to this, he just stopped in February. So the question would be, why did you leave this job? If it's been a long time since he's had a job, then the question would be, what have you been doing for work since you left your last listed job? Because a lot of times people will be working, but they don't want to put down, that they're a shift manager at a Burger King. But they're working, they're making money. So the question would have been, why did you stop working there? So let's come back. Okay, now, loses his job on Tuesday. His father-in-law died on the next day. Now, what would be really nice is come up here. About loss. Now, this is dealing with death. Motivational message about a tragedy. Now, I'm not sure. Now, when you bring up your search like this, don't copy it from here. In other words, I could just put the mouse over, copy the image. Don't copy it this way, because it's going to be fuzzy. Find the message that you like, click on it one time, and it's going to put the message you want to copy over here on the right. And I'm not so sure that this is the subject either. Bottom line is, you want to write, we can go back over here. Now, the thing that comes to mind when we come to answer this is, let's come back up here. Always life, there's always light. At the end of the tunnel. And we go to images. Now, okay, so now here's what you can do. You want something simple. There's light at the end of the tunnel. GIF. We want a moving image. Now that one's not moving enough. Let's look at this one. I tell you, I like that other one. Let's take this one. So what you do, right click, save the image on your computer. Then we go back over to LinkedIn. And let's just go. I'm so sorry to hear about this. I'm so sorry to hear about. So you got plenty of time to think about what you're going to say. Now, what we want to do is send the message first, the image first, and then the message. But in this case, because there aren't any words on the image, we're going to send this first. Then we're going to come over here. We're going to go to our downloads. I'm going to send that. And then he's not going to be I mean, clearly you have to recognize. Now you say you didn't know. He lost his job. I was just restarting the conversation. James, things happen. Things happen. Now let me log out of your account. Let me come back over to Jill. So Jill, you go over to your network. Okay. And you're right. You don't have it yet. So apparently it's not, everybody doesn't have it. And you just have to kind of scroll down a bit. Yeah, you don't have it yet. And probably, Jill, the reason you don't have it is because you're just getting started and you only have 45 connections. That's probably why. And not yet, James. Okay, let me do one more. Let me pop over here. And let me go to Debbie. Now, it's all about conversation. I'm running out of time. And Shirley, jump on tomorrow and we'll go over that. And let me come up.
Jesus. I'm leaving here.
Let me unmute Debbie. Debbie, can we do this tomorrow?
Yes, we can.
All right, thanks.
Uh-huh. Have a great afternoon.
Thanks. Let me come back over here. We have some folks. And I really wanted to, I mean, Debbie has this down. So whenever we look at some of the conversations Debbie's having, it's clear. Let me take a look at Lisa. Now, remember, I told all of you in boot camp to pop on. We'll be looking at your profiles, make sure you're as visible. So Lisa, I don't see you on here. Do you have a LinkedIn page?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yes, it's DALL.
Ah,
And I just created it the other day because I am new to all of this.
okay. Do you see yourself here?
Mm. I'm trying to find it. No. Wow, how many Lisa Crandalls are there?
There's a lot of that's, you kind of, oh, it kind of opens
Oh.
up your,
It's under Elizabeth Crandall, that's why.
okay. Okay, so it looks like, this is what's going on LinkedIn. I'm not even connected to this person. And she sends me a message, possible phone meeting for lead generation and appointment on Monday. I'm writing. This stuff is driving LinkedIn crazy. Okay. And what happens, and the annoying part that really messes you up is when you're doing something and somebody sends you that message. Okay. Your computer focuses on that and it locks you up until you do something with it. If that hasn't happened to you yet, it's coming. Elizabeth,
Mhm. Crandall, CRANDALL. That's the very first one. No, that's not. Good grief, who knew?
okay. So what city or state are you in?
Judsonia, Arkansas. There we go.
Let's see. Okay, so you're not coming up at all. So the easiest way to do this is, let me go to my page. And let me go to my profile. And I'll put my link in the chat window. And you can send one to me.
Okay.
And while we're waiting for that, let's kind of scroll down and look at, I am. And relax, Shirley. Okay, not to worry. Tomorrow we'll deal with that. Now, as for the rest of you, let me pop on here And
Yeah, just
let me look for, okay, now, Paul, I want you to notice. I just did a search for you. And what's coming up doesn't have a picture. Now we go to click on it. So we still don't have a picture. Now let's look at your profile. All right, so we're just getting going. And one of the things that we want to add, let me just take a snapshot. Now, every day you can be talking to people that you know in advance need what you have, want what you have. Let's come up here. Look at opportunity. We click on people. You have 1,300,000 people that are looking for new opportunity. There is no shortage of people for you to talk to. The key is to be talking to people that you have things in common with, talking to people that you know need what you have. And I'm going to bring up this guy just wrote back. Let's see what he has to say. Okay, what I wanted to do, and by the way, the new LinkedIn feature for your messages, they're changing all the time. You got focused, which enables you to focus on the people that you want to talk to, ignore the ones that you don't. All right, now I just looked at the time. I was going to give you another example, but instead, we'll be back tomorrow at 11 o'clock. And for those of you that are coaching students, we have our mastermind at 1. There won't be a Sunday night broadcast. It's Super Bowl. And then we'll be back on Monday. Bottom line, at the end of the day, there's nothing to prevent you from talking to people that you know need what you have, want what you have. If you have any idea who could use your service, use whatever it is you're selling, you can be talking to 10, 15 people like that every day. Until next time, let me look in the chat. See, yeah, Stephen, I'll probably be giving you a call in about an hour. Okay, Jill, what are your thoughts about connecting with people on LinkedIn with no pictures? Talk to people with pictures. The only reason you would possibly want to talk to somebody without a picture is if they've clearly been on LinkedIn for a while, they've got lots of connections, and they don't realize that their picture's not coming up. They haven't adjusted their settings. Remember this, what you see is what you get.